Welcome to Lift Up, a short-form spinoff of the Behind the Wind podcast. Lift Up was created for quick, meaningful conversations, short episodes that explore timely ideas, practical lessons, and thought-provoking topics across leadership, growth, business, and life. Each episode is designed to offer something you can learn today and apply tomorrow. Think of it as a spark, concise insights, real perspective, and actionable takeaways delivered in just a few minutes.
So many have asked, who knows who you are? Or many times we ask, who is this other company? I'm Josh Johnson, and today I'm going to talk a little about how do you get to know what others know about you? But even more, as important, is what do you know about others in this section today? So let me start out with, let's say that I'm a cell company and I'm trying to figure out competitors, or I'm trying to figure out who should know about me. So let me first start out with who should know about what I do and who should care about what I do. So we always resort to the web page and we tell everybody what we want them to hear. We tell them this is what we do, how we do it. But who else cares about me, a cell phone or a cell company? So you have to start looking into, what does the government think? And let's say in this case that I provide service, I have cell towers, etc. So now I need to start looking at, what does the government think about what I do? What are the regulations that are helpful, hurtful? What changes are coming forward, etc. There's a host of information that I should be aware of that are coming from different sources. I should also understand, what are the magazines that care about what I'm doing, the publications, the podcast, the TikToks, the Instagrams, etc. People who are talking about what I do or the industry of where I'm working. You can gather a host of information of that about what is the perception now in the future from folks who all they do is talk about the industry. So often we lose sight of that. We think, oh, there's some publications that I should be a part of, group that I should be a part of that's publishing these, or podcasters who are talking about the current situation and the future. They might be referencing regulations, etc. So I always need to be on top of what's being said and how it's being said. But also, who are the ones who help me build these types of things? What are the costs associated with it? The people who are providing me the tools needed. It could be, in the case of cell tower, could be the materials going into that. It could be what professional services I need. And I need to understand what they're doing in the industry, how they're doing it, who they're working for, etc. And you can get a ton of information. The networks out there, you can get information about where the towers are located, what is needed to improve the efficiency. And I'll use an example. In my area, cell companies have problems getting into our area. The strength of the signal is not great. So recently, a company came in and said, we will give you a little mini tower for your house. So now that little mini tower not only powers internally, if I'm not using a Wi-Fi spot, it's now creating a spot along my entire street that folks who have the service but may not live in the area that now are getting it. So there's things that are going on, innovations going on that are helping in many cases what maybe I should be caring about if I am a company that's providing these types of services. Also, those who are investing in this, if I'm seeing as a company that all of a sudden there's a push for something that's slightly different than what I provide, a lot of money going into it, am I going to be behind if I don't jump on this? Do I wait to see how competitors are going forward on this? And so often as a company, we fall asleep when we're not seeing what's happening, what the investors are saying, or where they care about, not only now, but in the future, next year, 5 years, 10 years down the road. Also, very important is the customers. What are customers saying? And this is across many platforms. Every time that you were to Google your company, if you're providing a larger service and one in which requires ensuring that it's working, where are these issues coming from? Complaints. Who are the people complaining? What are the competitors? What are they saying about your competitors? What are they doing? it's very easy to find this, but it will take a moment to look at the different conversations going on out there. So often we look at we look at what is the 5-star on Google ratings. Okay, great. Or 3-star. But what are the folks that are on specialized platforms saying that they're giving reviews of this service? This is a company in which has failed me before, and this is why. I need to be alert continually to what the customers are saying, being small or big. Small in particular, because if I'm only getting 100 reviews and many of those are negative, what am I doing that should either fix it or encourage others that are getting the service required to be a part of this? And again, what are they saying about the competitors that they're getting from them that I'm not providing at this point? Now, one that we don't think a lot about is employees. Let's say that my current employees, what are they saying on their social media? What are they saying when they left my company? And this is getting into the mid to larger size. If I'm now realizing that several of my engineers went to a competitor and now they're doing and talking about different things that they're doing in their new job, which they could have been doing at mine, I'm learning a lot of competitive intelligence about people who've left, who are currently working, what they're posting, what they're saying. And again, it's not the big brother approach. It's more just observations of what's happening. And that's fairly straightforward to get. I mean, you can do that through just a basic LinkedIn search of what, people who've left, where they're going, why do you think they're going that way, just to understand better on that. And then, of course, equipment vendors. Equipment vendors are attending conferences. They're putting on conferences. You're seeing what they're doing now, how they're improving their efficiency. You're seeing who's tied to different equipment manufacturers that may impact your ability to see what's happening. And again, what I've just described as myself, if I'm this, we can do the complete reversal. If I'm doing a competitive analysis, take all of that same information. What does the web page say of my competitor? What are the government documents saying about the competitor? What are industry magazines saying about them? What are construction conferences, again, associations, et cetera, saying about them? What are investors doing at this point? Because if they're seeking investors, they're going to be putting out why investors should care. And I can gain a lot of information that this is what they're looking at to tell their investors, hold tight over the next few years. This is what we have going on. I can also look at their customers, that their customers are concerned about the services they're provided. They're late in delivery. They've shown that some of the what they've been provided is faulty. So I get a very strong sense, and in the government, that's huge when I'm starting to get from folks who are receiving services that I'm providing from a government side, that if there's issues with that, the government's going to know very quickly that I'm the cause of some of these concerns. And again, it's just the employees. If I'm looking at a competitor and I see that these competitors have left, I get a good sense that this company might be having some internal issues, or that the ones that are there are doing pretty innovative things or talking about innovative things, whether it's through their social media or LinkedIn, that gives me and discloses to me a lot of information. And finally, what do the people that are providing the equipment saying about them that's out there? And I think that, from my perspective, is once you start to think a bunch of folks care about what you're doing, and that you're being seen in light of, in this case, it was just fairly simple, 8-9 things that different entities are perceiving about you or you're perceiving about them, can really change the direction of what you're doing from a business standpoint, or how you want to approach a business with a competitor. And again, these have worked for me in many cases, and I encourage you to think about this and try it for yourself. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Love to see you next time and to continue to follow these. Our intent is to provide quick information in just a few minutes that hopefully will change your approach. And we look forward to seeing you again.